Welcome all. In this lecture, I would like to discuss about layered cloud architectural development. So in the previous session, I introduced a basic cloud platform or the generic cloud architecture which we are using in processing or in the cloud environment. So here we have the layered architecture model as well as some market oriented cloud architecture model, and what are the services what are the factors which are involved in these QS, that is what are the parameters in we have to consider in servicing the request, such as if you are providing any quality any service here, there could be have some quality of service there. So what could be the factors that are affecting here could be discussed here. So before going to these market oriented or the factors what we are using, so we are choosing to represent the layered architecture for developing the cloud platform here. So here we are having multiple layers here. So the multiple layers are specified as the services of that. So here we are having the services, that is the infrastructure as a service, and then next software as a service is there, and the platform as a service here we are providing. So based on the things only, we take in the layer architecture which are connected to the clouds through these internet or intranet, or some represents what we are using here. So here we are using these cloud architecture which has been developed on the layers, that is infrastructure, platform, and the applications. The applications are also known as that is the software, um, which has been developed earlier. So this is the representation of these that is a layered architecture development of the cloud platform for IaaS, PaaS, and then next SAS applications which are used over the internet here. So we are possibly considering, or we are possibly accessing through the internet here. So these development layers what we are specified, what we are using, are completely implemented with the virtualization and the standardization. So of these hardware and then software resources what we are using, which are provisioned in the cloud there. So the services what we are providing to this public cloud or the private cloud or the hybrid clouds must be conveyed to these users what we are using through we are supporting these internet or the internets we are using, so that we are using networking supporting environment. So it can be includes, we are specifically specifying that is the internet. There could be an environment which is called as the intranet also. So the infrastructure layer what we are providing is deployed first. So if you see, if you coming from the underneath, so the deployment layer, sorry, the infrastructure layer what we are providing is deployed first, and it has to be support to these consider, that is IaaS we are using the services what we are providing has to be supported for this thing. So the infrastructure layer what you are using is considered as a foundation for building these platform layer, and then next also for supporting these PaaS services we are also providing. So if you see, in infrastructure layer is underneath to these platform layer, and whereas the platform layer will be as a foundation for the implementing the application layer, that is the SaaS applications what you are using. So here they are supporting them each other. So the first thing underneath one infrastructure layer is putting the platform layer. The platform layer is supporting the application layer, like that we are specifying. So all these things what you are using, what you are doing is nothing but it is providing some different types of cloud services which are being demanded on these resources what you are providing separately. So here how we are building all these things. So the infrastructure layer what we are using is built with some virtualized computations, storage, and network resources what we are also providing. So what could be means for what these has been created means the has to provide the flexibility demanded environment to the user. For this one we are providing is nothing but we are creating these infrastructure layer what we are providing. So not also we are providing these things means the services also what it is doing is it is providing some automated provisioning of the resources and optimizing these infrastructures management process like that what here it has to be provided there. So means we are not in a manner we are not providing the resources which are being requested by the one. What it is doing is nothing but automatically automated services what here it is has to be provisioned to there. And coming to these the platform layer is completely is for these general purpose and repeated usage of the software resources which are collectively we are specifying. And this also provides users to develop their applications, to test their operational force, and to monitor execution results and the performance as well as also. So here what you are providing is nothing but the environment is should be able to assure the users that whatever you are doing could be that they have a scalable and dependable, and the security protection has been provided to the things that is a software development for the programs what they have been developed, but the applications what they are developed. So here in this type of considerations what what they are doing is the software what you are providing in the virtualized cloud platform is acting as a system middleware which is between this infrastructure and the application. Means it is placed in between the infrastructure and the application there itself is seen. So that's why what it is indeed it is what it is specified as a system middleware. So if we are going to the last level, that is the application level. So how it is formed is with a collection of all needed software, so modules which are for software applications what you are providing. That is these for these applications whatever it is here it has to be collected, and these and you are needed these modules will form this layer. So what are the service applications what it is providing is daily office management. Means in this manner we can there could be a information retrieval is there. Sometimes we need to process the document. We need to maintain the calendar. Means what are the things, what are the schedules we are using, and sometimes we need to authenticate the services. So likewise what you have, so these are the services has to be specified by these service applications what you are using in the application layer. So other than this means how it is going to specify is it is also used in some businesses, that is a marketing and sales, consumer relationships, and then financial like that. Means it has to it not only in the daily wise of the office also, it also included in the business also. So if we consider, means these are the working models of these three layers. So here it is having their own applications, how it is supporting, how it is processing has to be considered. So of these things has to be means if you are building all these things, means these three layers. So the what how you are going to what is the approach for this is the we are taking from the bottom up approach to process these dependence relationship. Because the what you are considering is the IAS is supporting PAS is supporting the application layer, and then next what it is performing is it is giving, it is taking as these foundation also. So if we are taking all these things in the provider's perspective, that is in their view, so the services what you are giving at these various levels will demand different amounts of functionality support, and the resource managements what you are using for the processing all these things will be differ here. And here in means how we are going to provide the different demands. Means here the software what you are using, that is the application layer, will the most work has to be done by the provider only. So if we are taking the pass as the one, what is the demand will be in the middle. So here means it is taking the half and half, that is it will take half of the work, and it is also providing the half of the work to the provider. So here we are going to the last level, that is the last layer, infrastructure layer. So here it is taking is a means last means the provider what you are doing is the provider will include the work of these things very leastly. Means the infrastructures what you are using, the infrastructure will take after, means this layer will take after the works has been done by these things. If we take the examples the so means the cloud platforms we are having, the one of the example is Amazon EC2, that is elastic computer tool. So here it not only it will provide these virtualized CPU resources for the users also. What it is doing is it is providing, it also managing these resources. Means if you are providing the resources, what it has to look after also the cloud. What it is doing is it is not completely taking the work to these provider. So in between it is accessing all these resources and how they are monitoring and how they are accessing any requesting parties there, like that it is going to the. So if we consider the services at the application layer, so here also what you are consider is the demand of the work will be from the providers only. Means what they done is nothing but the provider will take care, will take care of these application layers, and they do more things on the application layers only. So if you take another example, there is a Salesforce.com CRM service, that is a consumer relationship management services are there. So the provider what they do is they will not only supply the hardware also. What they do is nothing but will take care of the software at the top level. Means hardware will be go under the infrastructure level. So we are not taking only the care at the infrastructure level, we are also taking the care at the application layer has to be specified here. So indeed we are having the platform level also. So there also we are providing some tools for user application development, and also the for monitoring all these things what you are consider. So later on we are having these, the first one here, that is market oriented cloud architecture. So here how we are providing the environment. So first we need to take the what could be the need of the designer. So the designer need would be to provide whatever you are having, that is a consumer point of view, and the provider, that is a provider point of view also has to be specified. So here the purpose is to they should promote the quality of service based resource allocations mechanisms. Means the clients can benefit from the potential the could be one these potential cost reduction of these providers. That is there could be benefits to these cloud providers and also for the consumers we are using or we are providing. So here uh, how we are going to manipulate, how we are going to use these market oriented cloud architecture. Means it is completely based on the consumer's wish or the consumer's needs. So nowadays what they are doing is nothing but all the things what you are providing the consumers is needy for the computation. Means at any level of that thing, at any level of the service, the consumers what you are using or needed for the computation. Means they are not doing their home, there is could be a chance of computation there. So for this what he has to do is nothing but they for this needy the providers what they are doing is that they should meet their objectives and their operations, sustainable operations of their consumers there itself. So first, what they have to do is nothing but they should know what are the uh, QS parameters. So QS parameters means what could be the QS parameters you can consider, that is time, cost, or the trust or security, like this. So these are the parameters. These are the quality of service. This is the service we are giving by the provider to the consumer. So the consumer can expect the secured way. So that could be a parameter. So the time and the cost of the service should be considered. Means whatever the things they are considering has to be specified as a things what you have. So as well as we are having some representations we are using, that is these providers what you are using, what you are accessing also for the individual consumers also. Means each and every consumer will have one parameter as a common, or sometimes you can specify all the parameters as the common. Means we may not specify that all the consumers what you are using, all the consumers what you are providing, some things has to be in a common thing. So for things we for this thing we need to maintain a agreement, that is SLA, service level agreement is not a specified one here, because we are not using quality parameters what we are using for the consumers. All the parameters has to be considered, means these are which could be changed from that is a consumer to consumer. So what you are doing is nothing but they could be negotiated for individual consumer. So sometimes I want only the security and the cost as a parameter, time it can be increase or decrease like that. So it can be depends upon the consumer. So the SLAs what we are designing could be negotiated for the particular amount of the time. So for this time, for this representations or the for this time, there is no need no deploy all these things into the system centric resources what you are providing. There is no need to deploy all those things, because if it is a market oriented one, the goals and these things what are the perspectives will change. If you are going to the computational one, that could be changed. If you are going for the IT companies, that could be changed. Means that the market oriented, if you are designing the system or the services based on the IT oriented one to the market oriented one, it could be a means could be a no chance for using all these things in this area. Means we can't use the traditional way to be indulged into this thing. So for this one, what we need to do here is we need to take means we need to take there is a supply and demand of these has to be considered, because the market oriented one has a thing that is called the supply and demand. So if you are having the demand of these cloud resources, then what you will do is nothing but you will regulate the supply. If there is no demand for the cloud resources, what you will do, there is no need to supply the resources which are not willing to be used there. So for this, there is also a notation in the cloud computing. So to these market equilibrium, what you are providing, there is a supply and the demand. So this has to be considered in the that is cloud resources way. So first, for that all, what we need to do is nothing but we need to take a feedback on these consumers and providers way. So for this thing, what could be the end result will be the quality of services based resources has to be considered here. So this is an example representation which is showing that these high level architecture which are used for supporting market oriented resource allocations in a cloud computing environment. So here we are using a cloud environment. A cloud, we are choosing that how it is built. So what are the entities it is using or used? So the first entity at the top level we are coming, we are having users or the brokers. So these means this entity or how they are acting is there is behalf of these service requests for submitting their service request from anywhere and to access the cloud. Means first what we have to do is nothing but they have to submit their request. Means they can be from anywhere, submit their request to access the data center and the cloud. What could be the process that will be done by the second entity? What you are using is SLA resource allocator, that is a service level agreement resource allocator. So here this allocator will acts as an interface between the service or the cloud service providers and the external user brokers. So here we are having virtual machines, physical machines what we are using. So in between the user and the brokers and the physical machines and the virtual machines, the SLA is acting as an interface. So here what it does is nothing but it must require the interaction of the following mechanism. What you have means giving to these SLA oriented resource management. So here it is also providing when a service request is first submitted, means if any person submitted a request. So here uh, the examiner what you are using will interpret the submitted request for quality of service requirement before determining whether to accept or reject it. Means it is not directly accepting the request. That is what it is doing is it is interrupting. Examiner will interrupt the whether it has to be considered or not. So here in between these things, there is a service request examiner, and what it is doing is, it is what the thing it is performing is admission control. If the examiner ensures there is no overloading of the resources what they are providing is, so then what it is doing is nothing but the request what you are performing has to be satisfied if they are processing or if they are requesting for the not the overloaded resources. If they are, because they are having only limited resources, if they are having only limited resources, then what they do is nothing but they will allow their request to be processed and then has to be transferred there. So if to process all these things, what it has to do is nothing but it must take the latest status information of the resource availability also. Means here we are having the virtual VM monitor is there. So the VM monitor what will do is nothing but the workload processing was also is there. So what they do is they will provide the availability of the resources. So by looking at this availability only, what it is doing is it is allowing the person to access the request, sorry, to access the things what they are having. So and also it is taking means these resources allocations what it is done should be done in a so that is in a effective manner. So what it is using is VM monitor, service request monitor, and then also workload processing, which is already indulged in it. So these are the things has to be used by the request examiner, and taking the request examiner's view only, they will allow the request to be processed. So if this is cancelled by the request manager, so the request examiner, the means to allocation of the resources or the processing, means the accessing of the resources could be stopped by the request manager there, sorry, examiner there itself. So we are having the another one also, another Rails thing. So if it is done, then it assigns the requesters to the underneath one, that is a virtual machine. So the virtual machine what are you having? So here is also providing the resources what is used, and the allocated virtual machines has been mentioned as well as also be specified. And there is also a mechanism which we are using in the SLA, that is a pricing. Means we are providing pay and use option. So we could know what is the option of the, we are not directly allocating the virtual machines. So on behalf of request manager, what it is doing is it is allocating and it is situated in the virtual machines what we are going to be used, and also it is providing the how these service requests what are they are requested can be charged there. For example, we can take that is a request can be means based on we can take on the submission time. Means if we are specifying that is a pricing rest or the availability of the resources or anything, means any type of thing can be considered, any type of thing can be specified while accessing all the things what you are mentioning here. So for this type of means if the processing that the pricing mechanism is completed, so here the resource allocations would be taken to these accounting mechanism. So the accounting mechanism what will do here is will take off the final cost of your request has been specified. That is if, what the request what the resource has been requested, and what is the price of that your request. And then next, if any mechanism is there what it is has been considered, and also it is means any service request or their admission control mechanisms or anything has to be added to all these things and has to be maintained, and it has to be processed here also. After that we are going to these VM monitor. So this VM monitor keeps track of the all the availability of the VM machines, and also it also providing these resources also. And we are having another one that is a dispatcher. the dispatcher will start the execution of all these things, that is accepted service process and allocated VMs, like that it's considered. So if you go for the another one, that is the next one, service request monitor. So what it does here is it will keep track of the execution progress of all these service requests what we are having. Underneath we are having the multiple virtual machines which are started and stopped based on the demand what you are using there. So if you are connected to a single machine or the multiple machines, can what it do is it simply process and configure all these things and access all the processes. And also means along with this thing, moreover what it does here, so they will take these virtual machines what you are performing, which can run concurrently these application based on different machines, operating system what you are providing on different application environments what I also we are using. And it is completely connected to a single machine, that is a single host. And these virtual machines what you are using can be means isolated, because there is no any dependency on one virtual machine to another virtual machine has been considered here. So this is the explanation of the things what we are having in market oriented one. So the overall thing is there is no a service action or the service request which has been provided by the user in a direct manner. So what the users or the brokers has to do is nothing but they can raise your request, or they can request for these things, but service resources what they are using. But what the thing what they are providing is, before allocating all these things, a cloud what you are providing could be aware of the resources what they are having. So if you are completely blindly allocating all the resources to the environment, it could be not easy to access all these things. So what it is providing is it is taking the thing to a new level, that is it is providing a request examiner here. So this request examiner will take care of the request raised by the user. Means before executing or before executing any request here, so it could be able to see whether it is executed or not. So for that thing, we are having a new one, that is a request examiner. So this request examiner will take care of the resources what you are having, and then next the resources what you are choosed are the could be available here. And then next the workload also be specified here. So here, by taking all these considerations into specification, then only what it is doing is it is allocating the things to the requested one. So it is taking, it is taking the pricing tags also, and also it is providing the accounting for these to take the final bill. So means it is like purchasing the thing. Means for purchasing the thing, what you are doing when you are checking the services also. So here we are directly checking. Means if you are shopping or if you are considering if you are purchasing an object, so we are physically, and means we are there to see visibly we are performing our task. What is you are choosing an object and it is selecting based on your priorities and based on your requirements. And what we are doing is we are checking its that is features what it is having. Means if we are going to buy any plastic items, or if you are going any phones or like that, what it is we are, they have some features there. So what you will do is you are not going to buy blindly there. So what we'll do, we will perform, we'll ask others whether it is performing the services, whether it is performing the features like it described or not. So likewise, what it is doing here is you are not allowing blindly the people to access the resources here, because if there is a possibility of access only, we need to allocate the resources to that people, that is users, and then they are ready to access that thing. If they are not, means if they are not able to access the resources, how come they can use the resources, data centers or anything? Means what they need to do is nothing but, before these things we need to check up for the availability. So if it is available and there is no any that is overloading is there, means workload processing will be there. So many systems can have the virtual machines, the host machine will not be able to process all these things. So based on the workload also they will allocate. So they will allocate the things here. So allocation is not done priorly here. So here we are also considering a task, that is a pricing. So what is the service you want to access, or the resource you want to access, and what the pay you are going to pay here. Means what could be the service charge has to be done here. Means initially we need to check all these things. After that only what it is doing is it is simply allowing and simply accessing the things what you are having. So after that we are having quality of service factors. So here we are discussing about this completely about the data centers. So the data centers what you are having should be comprising of the computing servers, which are multiple one, which are what they do is nothing but they provide the resources which are using to meet these that is the service demands what we are having. So if we are considering in this representing as a cloud, so here we need to specify different quality of service parameters as I said earlier. So the quality of service parameters could be, that is time, cost, reliability, trust, security, like that we need to specify here. So if we and specify these quality of service requirements must not be any static one, so we can change anytime. Means means the service what you are representing the quality will depends upon the timing or any the person what they are using, and then next uh, importance of the things. Means some customers or the some consumers or some users what they are representing will focus on another thing, not the means they are individual persons, they have their own way. Means if they are completely means depends upon the completely focusing on the security, they will pay for the services which are different from the others. Means I am completely accessing only the time factor or the time parameter, so my service the means my paying will be different there. So here the things what you are considering means these are the these could be the parameters, but the parameters what you are specifying are not the static one. Means it won't be fixed one. Means these could be the only the factors which are affecting the quality of the service has not been considered. So here what we need to specify here is there could be the importance of the customers has to be considered, and also with this thing we need to specify whether there is a negotiation of SLAs has to be considered between these participants and the resource allocators or the anything has to be considered. So these negotiation mechanisms or has to be considered or not has to be specified. And also along with this thing we are having commercial clouds also. The commercial clouds what they are also doing is they are also providing some parameters or the something which must be able to support the customer driven service management, which is completely based on the customer profiles and their requested service requirements. So here how we are going to define this commercial clouds or is nothing but the computational risk management what you are specifying, there is a tactics what you are specifying is to identify, assess and manage the risks which are involved in execution of applications with regard to the service requirements and customer needs what you are providing. And also we are specifying the cloud what we are using is some market based resources also it is using, and it is also providing some that is SLA oriented one and SLA negotiated one also it is providing. So for this thing what we need to do is nothing. So the system what we are using should incorporate the autonomic resource managements what you are providing, which are easily and which are effectively self-manage their changes in service requirements, which are to be satisfied for their both service demands and also the existing service obligations if there are anything. And we are coming to these virtual machine technology, and there could be some leverage in virtual machine technology because it could be from to the dynamical assignment of the resource, not the statical assignment of resources, which has to be this has to be done according to the service requirements what you are having. So completely what you are specifying here, what you are using would not be any static one, and also the dynamic one has to be implemented, the dynamic things has to be specified, and it is using the things which are having here to be done uh, in a manner that is some clouds what you are considering. So what they do is nothing but they also derive some appropriate market based resource management strategies there also. So what will they do is nothing but they will encompass both these customer driven service management and also the computational risk management also, because the important factor, the important thing here is the SLA. So to sustain this SLA oriented resource allocation, we need to take these strategies what we are having, that is a customer driven one, and the computational risk one has to be considered here also. So in this environment or in this providing to manage these effectiveness or the consider, so here we need to satisfy both these new service demands and also these existing services also. And we also provide what the things has to be provided is we need to specify the mechanisms for these allocation of the resources for multiple what multiple requesters which are done to be in the automatic manner, means there has to consider the automaticity, and some if any mechanisms which has to be negotiated, what we need to do is nothing but we need to specify these mechanisms or need to be that is they negotiated has to be considered, and they has to be responded to these alternate offers which are specified by the protocols which are to be done for establishing these SLAs what you are having. And what you are means how you are going to process in short, what I say is there should be a greater importance on the consumers since they pay to access services in clouds, means where this is not considered that they are raising the request, we are not specified, means what PTD is doing is when I am paying means when I am applying the charges to the service, there itself only we need to provide the service, the providers has to give the importance to the customers, and they have to access all these things to be done in that manner to specify here. So we specify these quality of service requirements cannot be static, and we are also specifying that they may change over time, because due to these continuing changes in business operations and operating environments and consumer factors and the customer factors what they are providing, the provider's point of view also specifying, and the main important factor what you are considering the SLAs or they. So for that thing, what we need to do is nothing but in addition to taking all the importance to these customers also, what we need to do here is the state of that is in cloud computing what you are doing is there could be no limited support for these dynamic negotiation of SLAs. So that is we need to maintain I mean, it's a continuous support here. So there is no support or the limited support has to be removed from these SLAs what you are consider. Means while taking the SLAs in between these consumers and the providers, we need to specify that there is a continuous support will be provided to access all these things, to access, to provide the things what you are having also. And whatever the things we are giving here, that is existing service obligations or the new service demands what we are providing also, there could be any chance, there could be any processing will be done. What you have to do is nothing but we need to take care of all these things, and we need to specify that the things what you are providing, the factors what are impacting and the factors what they are doing could be done and could be followed in existing manner also and in future manner also. So these are the things what are involved in these layered architecture on the development of the things, and also the things what you are using for these cloud architecture which is completely based on the market oriented one, and where we chosen to take the an examiner which is completely means processing the request what it is having, and also the we are doing that the factors which are evolving into the that is the services what we are using, and what to be considered as a factors and what not to be considered when we in the place of this, when you are considering the mechanisms what it has to be processed, if you are taking the SLA as a initiated one. Thank you.